Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to POKEARTH. Now, in our last video, we discussed all of Pewter City's rocky goodness, and today I can talk. We'll be going over Route 3, Mt.Moon, and Route 4. So, let's just get started, right? So, as we continue out of Pewter City, we are actually not heading north for once, we're heading east, because that's how Kanto works. Over this little leap, you'll be introduced to where normally all of the Deoxys transformation meteors are, to switch between speed, attack, and defense form. But as of right now, I just have Endstone, and I don't think Pokemon has anything to do with Deoxys as of yet, so... but when it does, that's what it would be in the Pokemon version, so... Endstone it is, because Endstone is otherworldly. Formed a pretty square crater here, but I'll be sure to make it actually have some form to it. Another big thing is the mountain range that you can see right here. Of course, in the Pokemon games, it's just a flat plateau, but in the actual map that strategy guides have made that I've looked up, they're actually mountains, unsurprisingly. So, as of right now, this is what they look like. I'll be sure there's a map view. I'll be sure to fix it, make it visually appealing, because, yeah, it doesn't really look that way. But don't worry, guys, POKEARTH will be as least square as it can be, you know, for Minecraft. Continuing on to Route 4, more trees, more rocks, more grass. Basically, routes are just the lines connected to the dots that you actually want to see, am I right? Continuing on over here, we have a Pokemon Center, obviously super huge proportions, but hey, blame Game Freak. Over here. And where we just have a little sign that says Mt.Moon ahead, Mt.Moon Square is all the way to the top, which, that's the top, over there. Again, what I plan on doing with Mt.Moon is making it kind of like Volcano, with inside of Volcano being Mt.Moon Square instead of lava, obviously. Because that'll make it a bit more visually appealing, and also make it so you can't see the top of Mt.Moon right here. So, you know, it's like a build-up. You want to go see it. You get the point. As usual, Pokemon Center's copy and pasted. Just different paintings, because I have to hand make those. So, you've already seen it, and if you haven't, then it's in the Viridian City Spotlight. I knew that was going to happen. Anyway, that aside, so inside here we have, I think it's still called Mt.Moon despite it being inside the cave. But as you may notice, the cave is light up with redstone lamps, and that's just because, thought I saw something, and that's just because in-game, how do I put this? In the actual games, in some caves that you go into, they're all lit up. You don't need to use flash, you don't see 5 feet ahead of you, so they have to be lit up by some means, I assume. And that's what I did. So let's go up and see glorious Mt.Moon Square. Sign copies directly from Heart Gold Soul Silver. This is Mt.Moon Square. Please don't litter, put trash where it belongs. Also, again, with the whole generation thing, you may have noticed that Mt.Moon, the inside, is drastically reduced, just like it is in gold and silver and crystal and Heart Gold and Soul Silver and the Johto ones. That's again just my preference when it comes to POKEARTH. Want it to be the latest because that's how Game Freak sees it. Inside Mt.Moon Square we have a little lake. Pretty standard. Sorry, it's not much to look at as of yet, but instead of like, you know, in Pokemon there's rocks that you can't move, they're just there for decorations. So I put those in here, and I forgot to show you guys what I did with the rocks that you can break. Here's a good example. I make them really. Anyway, whoops. I make them cracked stone bricks just because you can break them. So obviously they have to be hindered in some way. Also, this is the first time you guys have seen my sand and gravel texture, which is just made simply with World Edit, so excuse me for not being creative. In the games they're just sand, but in Route 1 the path is like the same, but I made it gravel. So I figured because this is like a bottom of the mountain setting that sand and gravel would be a common. I would also like to add dirt, which is in 1.8. So, might do that. It all depends, I guess. These will all be mountains too, because also the south has it. It's only a little patch, and then there's forests on here, and yeah. Mystery zones, everybody. Okay, so, whoops. One more thing. There's a giant house here that you probably would like to see, because it's different. It's original. Because this is the... I want to say you get herbs here, but I'm probably wrong. But it's a special place. Specially designed to accommodate Mt.Moon, I guess. That's a tiny pigeon. And well, fine then. I guess we're gonna look at the rest of the inside of the cave. Very simple, just like the games. I tried to make it as a natural cave as possible. So hopefully I made you guys proud in that light. This is where you would get out on the other side. And then you would just hop over the ledge. And you are out of Mt.Moon. So after that, we have Route 4, which is basically a downward slope. Like, our Y value right now is 92, and by the end of it, it's like 70. Just because of all these downward steps, natural hills, and things like that. I should probably make them more natural instead of a literal staircase, but details, right? I will get them fixed up. So I'm just gonna fly quickly around here to show you that there's trees. Everybody loves trees. Some random walls way back there, which again need to fix, but show up here. Anyway, ledges, trees, grass. It's exactly like Route 4, I assure you. It's just, Route 4 is a spectacular thing to look at. Love these roads I need to work on commentary. Anyway, that's the end of Route 4, and then over here is Cerulean City. Hopefully I did not say Celadon anytime in this video, because I haven't even started that. Well, that was fun. So, as usual guys, if you enjoyed this video and enjoyed hearing my voice and talk about POKEARTH, as always, like that video, share it with your friends, normal advertising stuff. Obviously if you like POKEARTH, like the channel. Also there's links in the description below to where you can support the project, which would help me greatly because that's the kind of thing that makes me do this stuff. Anyway, I'll see you all guys later. This is a Dume the Guy, otherwise known as Bangai Dragoon on pretty much everything. And as always, I am signing off.